What if this is as good
Greg
as it
Kinnear.
gets?
What if this is
Get
as good
some
as
more
it
of that
gets?
sweaty money.
Well, it is as good as it gets, guys. So I look at my life. I think of when you're young, you got big plans, right?
Yeah, okay.
Big plans. And you go, you know what? I got a plan. I'm going to keep on the track. I'm going to be a big comedian, fun time guy.
Hi, I'm motivational life coach Billy Wilcox here with Super Avalanche 2. This is a video game? Get my agent on the phone right now. I'm a professional life coach. Hey, look who I found. Oh, bit into a squirrel. I'm sorry, the game is not. I'm a professional life coach. This is beneath.
Okay.
I'm going to, make movies,
Oh, yeah.
be on the stage. I'm going to be a great writer. I'm going to write the great American
Legendary.
novel. Legendary
Right.
writer. And then at the end of it, you end up a guy who every day goes on Twitter and 100 people are calling you a criminal and a pedophile.
Good morning, Twitter. Hope you're all feeling good. Just wanted to let you guys know I'm gonna shave the fuck out of Eric July. I'm gonna shave you, motherfucker. I'm gonna shave you.
And you go, well, it's not too bad, I'm making money. I'm doing a podcast. That's cool. I got a comic book, but it's not going to get better. You know? Like this is the plateau, I think.
Oh, really?
I guess the point I'm trying to make is, look, I could see how things could get whatever, but I'm just going to be always stuck right here, if not lower.
Okay.
If it goes up, it'll go up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And the path to the ground, there's lots of room to run.
Okay. Okay.
So it's hey, it might get a little better, or I might end up in a ditch dead.
Well, that would be better in your version.
I mean, I would probably
guess.
deal with that, okay?
If you want to grab the lever and go, oh shit. Oh shit, I did the thing I'm not supposed to do. I don't know if I could take a nap like that, but it is crazy. Again, I'm not like a light dude. I'm not a lightweight fella. It's fine though, honestly. I will say, again, this is the chair if you're a very tall, heavy person. Otherwise, maybe look at one of the other models.
It's knowing, I don't know.
Is Ozempic doing this to you? It's like
maybe.
It's like
Ozempic's
suicidal delusions.
I wonder if that's
grandiosity. Is that a side
grandiosity. It's I don't know what to do on this earth anymore.
People are telling you stuff to do every week.
I know.
You gotta walk,
they got a lot of ideas.
You gotta lift weights.
They got a
you
lot
gotta
of
do
ideas.
high intensity training intervals.
Yeah.
Some nights I look into the mirror, look deep into myself, try to see what I can see. I see a man trapped within himself, the endless depth that digs down into a black core from which there is no escape. And at the bottom of that black, dark chasm, I see one beautiful, shining point of light. And that point of light is White Castle. Can I get a number 2? Can I make the fries loaded fries? This is where I want to be. And I don't ever want to leave. I don't deserve this. I've done a lot of bad things in my life. Thank you, White Castle. You make a sinner like me feel complete again.
At the end of the day, Look, I'm excited about that I'm making the comic. That's really good.
Right.
I guess
Do people get refunds if you kill yourself?
No. If I kill myself, all that money pays for a bronze statue of me to be mailed to my mother and put in her front yard. Now more and more of my followers are going to keep dying off.
Well, that's why you got to go get young followers, like 12, 13, and start talking to them. And get them to be your fans so they don't die off
I don't
ever.
talk to any 12 or 13-year-olds. It just feels like this is the plateau. This is the most that Vito Gesualdi can ever possibly achieve.
Yeah.
Is I got a pretty good podcast going.
Top 200, man.
Top 200. Feels great. It's good. It's also one of these things where I feel like a piece of shit because I know there's guys who are like, I would love to have a podcast and a comic book and be doing great or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. And I am, that's the thing is I am satisfied. I'm satisfied. Like if this is where it plateaus, it's like, okay. But knowing that this is where it stops and that it doesn't go up from here, it's a little bit of a disappointment.
Well, you don't know that. You're just talking yourself out.
We're trying not to have any.
I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy. I love Dave. I don't know why all the violence. I don't know why all the hate. I just love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle! It's funny. Quark comedy. Dave Chappelle. They took my stick.
Weirdly talking about expectations.
Anytime something starts going good, okay?
God.
So like earlier this week, I was so excited.
I feel like I'm in a teen comedy.
We put
Saving Silverman.
We put up the Ice on Bonus episode. Fans loved it. Okay.
Patreon.com/biggest problem.
We had Destiny on the show. Huge show.
Yeah.
Me and you did the Blue Beetle review. Nobody watched it, but people liked it, and that's what matters. And I think it did get some people to sign up for the Patreon.
Good.
And I was like, this is great. The show's going great. Me and you got a little project we're working on. Like, all right, that's great. Comic book's coming along. Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? And then I go, oh, right. Literally fucking everything at any point in time. At any point in time, one of my fucking haters from this cabal of evil, nightmarish demon people can just come out and make things up about me.
Right.
And for your comic. Instead, he printed 27,000 copies. 27,000 copies. I don't know how many copies printed this one. And this one is big, exciting. Oh, it's only 5,000 will ever be printed. It's $100. If you don't get it now, you'll never be able to get it. He couldn't even sell out. He's got 1,000 left. He's got 1,000 of those left. So you know what happens on the secondary market? You put up your $100 foil cover. You try to get somebody to buy it. They go, I'll give you $75 for it. It's not that rare. It's not that exciting. Guys, here are the lessons. 1, first of all, don't spend so much money that you make $2.3 million and you're disappointed. If you're a comic creator, if you're a small creator, you should be the happiest little boy on earth if you made $2.3 million. You should not be picking fights with people on Twitter because you're so mad that you only made $2.3 million. Eric, stop throwing your money away. So that's the first lesson, and we've talked about this. Eric, fire half your staff, shut down the warehouse, run a lean operation, because the money runs out. There's no money. The American comic market. You talk about it all the time. You talk about how there's no money and everybody's bankrupt. Why did you think you would be the exception of the rule? Because you had one big campaign? You ever heard of a one-hit wonder? Okay, the money runs out. Calm the fuck down. Second of all, don't overprint. Just run a crowdfunding campaign like everybody else. It's actually fucking incredible that we live in a time where the customer trusts us enough to give us their money without the product being available. Thank you so much to everyone who's backed my comic, Super Killer, and whatever else. You trust me to get it to you. You said, Vito, take your time, get it to me. Great. And Eric's going, no, print it ahead of time. You're nuts. We live in a time where the customer trusts us and is giving us that trust and we can deliver on it. And you think that's stupid and you just want to print extra copies so you run out? You're an idiot. Just take the fucking orders and then print to demand. So don't overprint.
And also, guys, if you're a creator and you're creating collectibles, if you're creating comics, if you're creating trading cards, figurines, whatever, you can't overdo the supply. I'm a big Magic the Gathering guy, right? And right now, I'm pissed because Hasbro is just printing Magic cards. They're reprinting all these old cards. The prices are tanking. The collectors are pissed because we're like, man, I spent $50 on that card.
Right.
And whatever upward trajectory I was on,
That's it.
I don't know, man. How do I get out of this?
You gotta like meditate instead of being on the computer and the phone and shit all the time. You gotta get away from these people. Just get one of those boxes that locks your phone up.
I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do with myself. What am I gonna do? Play video games or some shit?
I guess. I don't know. Go outside. Just sit there outside.
I hate all of that. I hate all of it.
Is it better than guys calling you names and shit?
Knowing that everyone on the internet is calling me a piece of shit, I can't just put my phone away and go, that's fine.
Why don't you go hang out with like liberal people online instead of arguing with these guys?
Because all my liberal friends are fucking traitors and assholes, okay? Liberals are the worst people in the fucking world. Okay? At least conservatives are fun.
Yeah.
Liberals, you're like, hey, can we have fun? And they'll go, no, because I saw a tweet you made like 3 years ago, and therefore you're not you're not a good enough liberal, and we can't ever hang out again. And I have to block you, and we're not friends. Okay? At least conservatives go, hey, that thing you said about women's penises is hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Do you want to be in our anti-Semite group chat? No, not that far.
Yeah, not that far, but we can hang out and get.
There's a bunch of cops in there. Are you sure?
See, that's why, man. There's nowhere for me to go.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for me to exist.
Why don't you do like Forrest Gump and just start running across the country?
I think I might go somewhere. I might take a vacation or something.
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea. I can't do it right now though because I got to work on the comics. So once the comics put away
in like February,
it's gonna hopefully.
That's a long. Maybe you should take a couple days off.
I might take a couple days off.
Just don't use your computer.
Based on what's going on right now, which is just like needlessly stressful and infuriating.
Yeah,
maybe I'll just get in my car and just go somewhere for a couple days.
Take a couple days off. Just don't bring all your computer shit.
Yeah.
Look, I've been sued by a bad writer who had autism before.
Yeah.
So, who had a big audience. And all of his friends were all on board with his lawsuit at first. But as time went on, you just keep fighting, and eventually they start falling and saying like, yeah, this is fucked. This is kind of fucked what you're doing.
So you would think that, but I mean, Eric like literally DMCA striked people for just criticizing his comic.
And we're gonna have to get to Mr. Brick too, by the way. Can't forget that because he's going around striking DMCA striking motherfuckers left and right. He got my account on Twitter suspended until I deleted the offending remark.
Endless battle of striking.
Well,
so
let me defend him a bit, okay? And this is weird, but this post that I did is pretty it's pretty egregiously fucking bad faith.
Let's not give him too much credit.
I found where there were two comic piracy websites that were both hosting ISOM #1, and I said, well, shit, I'm going to help him out and get me more eyeballs on that book. You know, I'm sure more people need to read it, right? Maybe they'll buy, maybe pump those #2 sales numbers up. And so I made this image, and I made it look as close to an official image as I could. And I just started sharing it around saying, oh, look, wow, I can't believe he did that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before, like where someone came up with the idea of like linking to media like this. I mean, I can see why they were pissed off, but I mean,
and we live in a fucking time where like everybody goes, oh, well, you can't false flag. You can't false flag. Well, I false flagged. Oh, well, Eric July can do it. He's got to protect his business.
Heroes.
We live in like this double standard fucking nightmare that I'm like, well, what are the fucking rules then? This is such bullshit. And if Vito does fucking anything, if I say anything, if I make a joke, I get nailed to the wall for years.
Yeah, that's true.
Eric gets to go out and like literally strike all his critics, and they go, yeah, but he made a comic that made $1 million.
But this is
so
about my
livelihood.
livelihood. So, you know, the thing is I need to protect my intellectual property.
Yeah. What I've learned is if you're in a position to give other people stuff, they will forgive anything. So if I had a bunch of money and I could bring people on my show and get them all this exposure and whatever else, I could shoot a man in Times Square and everyone would go, yeah, that's
Don't bring
fine.
Trump into this.
It's a good example.
It's not what it's about.
It's a good example.
It's not what it's about.
And at the end of the day, I guess I just have to accept that there's a huge double standard if you just manage to convince everyone.
Sting goes away.
Yeah.
That first sting of like, oh wow, everyone is way worse than I thought.
Yeah.
I hate being human. I remember that. I remember all the betrayals.
I was gonna say, I mean, you dealt with being canceled, and Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, was that just a nerve-wracking fucking thing?
Well, yeah, for a time, but it goes away, and then once you, it's like a roller coaster, you know, I don't know, it's like climbing uphill. Like riding a bicycle uphill. I'm trying to think of a metaphor you'll understand.
Is everyone?
It's like you put in the work up front. Put in the work up front, and then it hurts. And then when you hit some moment where everything just starts getting funnier and funnier and funnier, and it never stops. And you build momentum, and people are like, "Yeah, it is normal people." Like Nick Ricade is a great example.
Yeah.
He started making fun of Maddox out of nowhere, just a guy, and he just picked up and got huge. It's like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is even funnier than all of this. Is all funnier than the whole struggle in the first place. This is fucking hilarious. And now he's on Netflix, like right in the first 20 seconds on the second show. I'm like, this is fucking great. But that happens.
Right. Dude, does the average person have like a deep fear of cancellation, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe in like their office and stuff.
No, just like canceling, you know, like this whole cancel culture thing.
Probably a little bit on their own scale.
Because I've always been like this person where like I read these stories of like cancel culture or whatever and people losing everything and the whole world hating them. And I go, well, that's the most horrifying thing that could ever happen.
Yeah.
And then it happens to me, like kind of, and I go, I wish it was for something I actually did. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like I wish I had, you know, obviously I don't want to write this stupid email, but I wish I had actually done something fucked up and then I was being canceled for that.
I mean, that email's nothing. The @YouTube thing you did is worse than writing an email to a company saying your trademark's getting infringed.
I agree
like, what do you want to? You want someone to get away with trademark infringement?
It's just there's so much stuff that I'm like.
It just makes the problem worse if you get away with it. For what, you want to wait till ISOM 5 and then for them to get caught? You want to get the TV show out there?
I'm going to stop having a pity party for myself. I'm very happy with where I am. He did send me a message about why I can't be on his show, and that's fine.
Why?
Because I keep fighting with Eric July, because I got baited into it again.
Just apologize.
All right, I apologize. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to... I guess the point I was trying to make is that I just want to, like... I don't know how to do this thing where, like... I want to be honest with my content, you know? I don't want to be in like entertainer doofus mode. And I don't want people, you know, I don't want to be like, hey, I'm secretly your friend. I'm secretly your dad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm your best friend and give me money because I'm going to like elevate you and we're all in this together and whatever else. And then like, but part of me is like, yeah, but you got to like, there is some of that. Like, I do appreciate the audience. You know, and I'm like eternally grateful that they're helping me out. I just worry I can't give enough or that it's going to be fake. You know, that like the relationship we're forming where like a guy sends me a message. He's like, hey, you know, your comic is great. You know, I'm so excited. And then I'm
guys are sending you like one-off messages and you're having like a full-blown existential crisis over it.
Yeah, kind of.
Some guy messaged me on Patreon and he said, hey, why'd you block me on Twitter? I've supported you for 7 years.
Yeah, they always message me when you do that.
I've supported you for 7 years. Don't you think blocking is like a bitch? I always thought you kind of would think that blocking is like a bitch move. And I said, fuck you. Don't ever tell me. Don't ever tell me how to behave. And he goes, okay, sorry. I was like, okay, so what's your name? I'll unblock you.
It's, yeah. I don't know, man. It's,
You were saying you couldn't live up to their expectations.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Is that, or that I like worry that they're.
You comic guys. Ethan Van Cyber's fucking writing us out of writing an epic like of Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
And you're breaking down over a $35,000 comic.
I'm not breaking down. It's that I don't know if people. I want people to get like the honest me, you know? I don't want to be fake. Because there's like so many of these like guys who are just out there and they're like, I'm your dad, I'm your brother.
Right.
You know, I'm going to teach you how to be a real man or whatever the fuck else.
Yeah.
And it's sick.
Yeah, like Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I worry that I'm like, well, like, am I doing that subconsciously? Like, do I have to do that? And then you start kind of doing that as you start like being like, hey, I am your buddy. I am your friend. You know, come celebrate me or whatever. And
come celebrate me. Yeah. Isn't that like a birthday though?
It feels
you do that. You literally do that to your real in life friends. Hey, come celebrate me.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. You just don't want to go too far with it.
Yeah. Do you think maybe that guys like Andrew Tate and like Eric July, like they really are being genuine and that's just who they are?
See, that's what I don't understand. And maybe that's why I get so upset with like Eric July is this whole like, we're gonna win. You guys are all part of this thing I'm building. This is our company.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, where with me, I'm like, this is my comic. I made it. Like, I love you guys.
Yeah.
You're not like really a part. I don't know, but you are. You know, because that's a shitty fucking thing to say.
Yeah, but you made all those lunch boxes and stuff for people like you, even though it was a dumb idea.
I guess the whole thing of like crowdfunding is like the constant messaging of like, this is our journey. We're in it together.
Kickstarter should put this in their testimonials of you having a fucking meltdown. Look at some of our successful creators like Vito Gesualdi. Yeah, I just don't know if I could. I mean, I do. I don't want you to think that I represent you, but I do really feel like you're my friends, and I appreciate it. You gotta fucking get a grip. You're like melting down over this comic.
I have no idea what's going on.
I thought Ralph's meltdown was bad.
I have no idea what's going on.
Are you all right?
I have no fucking idea.
You'll be okay. You want to take a break? Give me a minute. All right. All right. Yeah. Get a beer. All right, I need one of those technical difficulties. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't worry. The comic will be good. Your comic, everyone likes it.
I'm really mad that your channel got banned.
Well,
I'm mad that Mr. Girl's channel got banned. I'm mad that we're just like slaves to these fucking tech companies.
Yeah.
And you feel like just powerless. It's fucked.
Yeah. Everyone in my family's lives have been destroyed by communism, going all the way back to like my mom's dad.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of used to it. It's a eternal fight that's what your comics are about, you know?
Yeah.
But it's real.
It just really, I don't know. It really bothers me. I just want everyone to like, I don't know, this whole week I've just been like, upset about that.
It will never get easy to fight these people, but it has to be done. There is no living without struggle and sacrifice for us, and there never will be.
Yeah. At least we're still doing the show. I'm sorry I'm being weird. It's been a weird week.
It will be okay.
I know.
It will be okay because we have friends who will help us and an audience who will support us. It doesn't matter how many platforms I get kicked off of, people will follow me.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a lot of them will follow.
I'm just like constantly stressed out.
And they will follow you. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's like when my Twitter got banned. Like I catastrophize. I'm like, it's all over, you know. And I'm glad we're still here doing this show. And hopefully I haven't fucked everything up.
Okay. It'll be. Oh, people will go. That episode where Vito had a meltdown and cried, just terrible. That wasn't entertaining at all. I fast forwarded that part. Just bad. Bad radio. That's what they'll say.
I think everything's gonna be okay. It's hard to be earnest, you know?
I'm not in. Obviously not. Most broadcasters would sell their souls for a moment of earnesty like that they cannot do on air because they don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be doing this show. I gotta stop because it's just getting worse.
Are you going through menopause?
I have no idea.
So that was your problem, parasocial relationships?
That's the problem.
Okay, my problem is having to get out of the shower to get stuff.
I hate that. Just, it only goes down from here. Unless the comic really works out, which I can't promote the comic anywhere else now because Eric July has told every comic person that I have secret accounts, so I can't go on any of those streams and talk about it.
What a bunch of fuckers.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Eric's like, oh, my livelihood. I'm like, Eric is trying to destroy my livelihood.
Yeah.
He's I'm pretty sure he's like, look, I don't know if I can accuse him of this, but my understanding is that there's like a whisper network of, well, we're all on Eric's side.
Right.
So if Vito wants to promote his comic on our comic book channel, he's not allowed.
Yeah.
Because he didn't say nice things about Eric July. Like, that's the rule now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, hey, I had to be myself. I had to forge my own. I could have played nice, and I could have said Eric July has the best comic ever. And then I probably could have been on all these shows. And
look at all the trouble you caused me. I didn't even know about this dumb comic. I wouldn't have cared.
I genuinely sometimes feel like, I'm sorry, Dick. I'm sorry I brought this up.
I don't give a shit. I don't
really hope,
you know how many bullies are out there in the world? Fuck them.
Yeah, they're really terrible people.
You think I'm going to be like on my deathbed, like, oh man, I really wish I was nicer to Yellow Flash Guy, that fat retard. Somebody tell Yellow Flash Guy that he's cool, that I think he's cool.
I told the umbrella guy it's cool that he let his kid talk to that pedophile or whatever it was.
I heard about that. I wanted to look into that more.
Yeah.
That's odd.
It's really weird.
Huh.
At least that guy, again, I don't want to get sued or whatever, but there's some weird voice.
What's really going to be funny is when Eric July does his fundraiser to sue us, and all the free speech guys are like, yeah, go get him. You got to donate to this funding campaign to sue these two guys.
I can't imagine that he would run a fundraiser.
You remember the Netflix guys? They're liberals. You got to go get them. They said his comic was terrible.
If he ran a fundraiser to sue us, isn't that saying like, hey, my company's not really doing that well?
Who fucking knows?
Don't you have $2 million that you just made that you can use to protect your business?
Okay,
if Eric launches a fundraiser for his lawsuit, that's him admitting that his company is fucked.
All right, well, still will have happened.
Yeah. Well, we'll have our own legal defense fund, I'm sure.
Here's my.
At least I will. Guys. Get those super chats in now.
This is all so familiar. This is so familiar.
I know, but I'm willing to let it be fodder for the show, and that's the important part. Okay, I'm not going to disappear for months.
I guess I'm just resigned to the fact that morons are going to sue me for making fun of them for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like, all right, who's going to be 5 years from now?
Next?
Some fucking idiot who makes like a shitty NFT, a shitty space NFT.
Yeah. At least we got fodder for the show.
That VR influencer's penis looks fucked up. Lawsuit.
Oh my god.
I'm the head of a libertarian space colony in deep space.
The funniest thing is, we did the ISOM bonus episode, patreon.com/biggest problem, and both me and you subconsciously were like, all right, we can probably stop talking. That's the end of the ISOM stuff. We got it all done.
Anymore.
Every time we're ready to stop talking about it, Eric July does something fucking insane. I'm like, why do you keep doing this? Just let us stop.
The 5-day work week is my problem.
Now, do you work 5 days a week?
I work 8 days a week.